National fuel surcharge is showing $5.52 for diesel right now. However, in California, that's about $7.18. So right now, if you're not doing any audits of your contracts to understand if you got a leak somewhere or you're not getting the money that you should be paid, you're going to lose another quarter. So before you do that, let's talk about it. Now, when I shut down my physical trucking operation in 2023, it was not because we didn't have freight or opportunity to move. It was because the numbers just didn't make sense when it came to the fuel and the line haul. They had to marry or make sense for me to be profitable in the business. I realized that continuing to do business with a large client just for the name of it, and the dollars weren't adding up, it definitely became an issue for us in our book. So I had to shut everything down because simply the money was just not there. Now, here is where the 3 leakage points were that we were able to identify before we shut down the operation, right? So the first thing was the baseline. We were looking at our fuel surcharge costs totally wrong given that the market had shifted on us. Are you still calculating your fuel based on $3 or $4 market baseline from 2 years ago? Or have you updated your percentages to what the current day market says, right? The next thing was for us was the volatility. And right now we're experiencing the same thing. It's called the volatility peg. Stop relying on seasonal rates to get you through, but more so a consistent rate that makes your business profitable, right? You need to be able to protect your margins consistently throughout the daily spikes, the monthly spikes, the quarterly spikes, and understand where your trucking operation needs to be, okay? And then number 3, what is your cost per mile versus your cost per minute? If your trucks are idling at docks or at port gates for hours and your fuel surcharge is only covering the rolling miles, you are paying out of pocket and you are bleeding profit. You need to go back and look at everything all over again. Okay. Right now, you need to stop guessing. You need to create a strategy. And if this sounds like something that you might be interested in, guess what? I am doing a webinar on June 18th from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. called The Freight Check. Or if you're going to be busy and not going to be available to check out the webinar, you definitely can